Hi students, I hope all are fine. So we had been dealing about justice for quite some time, and we saw how justice is selfless. What is the importance of giving selfless justice to the person who needs it? So we have seen that. So now we have a poem which speaks of the same, and it is written by Praveen Kumar. He was a bilingual poet. Bilingual means he used to write poems in two languages. Bilingual. So he was born in Mangaluru on June 29 of 1949 to Sri R.D. Suvarna and Srimati B. Sarojini. He has more than 3 decades of government services as a minor or as a senior police officer. A poet of 23 published collections and an author of 5 volumes on matters of government, governance, and administration, he is a familiar face in Indian intellectual circuits. He presently lives in Bengaluru with his family. Okay, so he was a person who was also in the uh, a part of the government. Okay, he was a police officer and he is also considered as an intellectual a face in the Indian intellectual circuits. Then, stemming from his varied academic background are the lively, far-reaching interests that have impelled him to write in subjects as diverse as matters of public interest and poetry, striking a perfect balance between the pursuance of vocation and avocation. Okay, then he has been a regular contributor to many national dailies, periodicals, and journals. His articles have been extremely popular and often sensational by their innovative and unorthodox thoughts. His published works include Policing for the New Age, Policing the Police, Indian Police and Inside India in Prose, and Unknown Horizons, Portraits of Passion, Simply Yours, Love and Pride, Shobha Priya, Golden Wonder, and Celestial Glow in Poetry. His published works in Kannada are Divya Belaku, Bhavana, Priya Chaitra Tapaswini, Ananya Priya Lavanya, Priya Geetagalu, and Tapaswini. Okay, these are his works. Okay, he was a very intellectual person who was also part of the Indian government, and you can see the number of works he has done. So now let us enter into a kind of a story, a short story, which will enable us to understand what exactly is justice. So this is a short story where a child playing on the street was hit by a speeding vehicle. The child was lying in a pool of blood. It was shifted to a hospital. The doctors who examined the child told its parents that the child needed immediate blood transfusion and they must arrange for 4 bottles of blood immediately. The eager parents offered good money for buying blood. Many young men did give blood, but none accepted the money offered. They bluntly told the parents that blood could not be bought with money and that it should be donated by one person to another. Okay, so this is a short story where a boy met with an accident, and when it was taken to the hospital, the doctor told it needs blood. So the parents called in many youngsters who came, and the parents were ready to pay the youngsters for giving blood. But what did the youngsters say? They said, no, the blood is supposed to be given. Okay, it is supposed to be transmitted to others, but it should be donated without money. No one should get money for the blood that they donate. So there can be things which are obligations that cannot be bought with the money. So you can make or you can think of some things like that and make a short or make a list of it. Okay, then so now we are entering into the poem, it is justice. Human life is based on certain values. Values still govern our lives. Justice is one such value that ensures an exploitation free life. But unfortunately, in the present day, justice has become a commodity of sale for some people. Though there are immoral attacks on justice, it has survived the test of time only because of its inherent strength. Okay, so this introduction tells us that there are so many virtues, so many values which still which are still present in the life of human beings. Okay, justice is one of such values, but in the day-to-day life, in the present life, justice has become like a commodity. Commodity means what? Commodity means a material that can be bought. Okay, the material that can be bought with money. So it has become a kind of material, a commodity. But justice has survived because of its inherent strength. Inherent strength means inborn or within its. Justice is powerful within itself. Okay, justice is powerful within itself, that is inherent. Just inherent strength means the strength that this particular value has in its own self. Okay, so because of that, justice has survived. Now let us enter into the poem. Justice begotten in exchange is no justice, for exchange is trade, a distressing gain through loss. Justice is inherent right, though wrapped in black packs in dark hollow phrase for survival, like gold strains bound in mud till exploited. Okay, so the poet says justice given in exchange for something is no more justice, because if we give justice in exchange to something or someone, it becomes a trade. Trade means what? Relationship. Okay, you give me something and I take something in exchange. You give money, you take the commodity, or just like that, you give money and you buy justice. So if you do like that, that is no more justice. That is what the poet says. If you do like that, that is no more justice, and it is a distressing gain through loss. Justice is inherent right. Okay, if you do any trade, it is such a distressing gain through loss. Losing justice is like losing everything, because justice is something that should be provided to everyone who needs it. Okay, if you don't do that, it becomes a kind of exploitation. Okay, it becomes an exploitation. And justice is inherent right. Justice is a right that is inherent. Inherent means inborn or within itself. Okay, justice has inherent strength. Justice has so much of strength within itself, but it cannot stay by itself, but it has to be expressed by others. Okay, and the poet says, though wrapped in black packs in dark hollow phrase for survival, like gold strains bound in mud till exploited. Okay, so justice, as we know, it is inherent right, but justice is like it is covered in a black pack. Okay, and it is in the longing for survival. Okay, justice is longing to get survived. Why? Because see, in a given situation, what happens? In a given situation, there is a person who will be denied justice. Okay, if he is just, then that person should be given justice. If the unjust person, if he receives justice, the person who is supposed to receive justice is not given justice, so their justice dies. That's why the poet says the one who needs justice should be given, then justice survives. If you don't give justice to the person who needs it, then justice dies. Okay, and the poet, like gold strains bound in mud till exploited, justice is covered with the black packs, but it is just like gold strains. Okay, just like gold that is covered under the, or that is hidden under the, or hidden in the mud. Okay, so this is about I think that's enough for today. Okay, so the poet says justice given in exchange of something is no more justice. Okay, justice given in exchange is no more justice. It has to be given to the person who needs it. If you don't give that, justice dies. Okay, so these three stanzas we will take in the next class, so kindly keep this in mind about justice. And there are some vocabulary. First, begotten. Okay, or got or earned. Then distressing gain, dishonestly obtained profit, and exploited means unearthed. Okay, unearthed. And we also have a worksheet. So it is enough that you write the first three questions. Okay, when is justice reduced to trade? What is the poet's concern about justice expressed in the line A, distressing gain through loss? What kind of right is justice? So these three questions are enough to be answered by you. When we take the next class, we can fill up the other questions also. You will get the idea of how to answer those questions also. So I hope today's class about justice is clear to you. Thank you and bye.